ended up being an all-night affair. In a former job in building time, flying turboprops across the Caribbean. And the story I'm talking about is I was sitting around waiting for a call all day to go to work. We got the call late, and it was to ferry 17 British flight attendants from Orlando down to Jamaica to pick up an airplane, I guess, that was out for maintenance for their purposes was concerned. So me and my buddy Mark Davis, a good friend of mine, fellow AA pilot at the time, we've known each other for 25 years. We launched out of Fort Lauderdale Executive up to Orlando. We picked up the flight attendants, and everything was supposed to be worked out with dispatch, and down south we headed towards Jamaica. And 2 hours into the flight, we found out that we did not have permission to overfly Cuba, so we had to end up flying around the island of Cuba. And then I realized at that point that that is a very long island, lengthwise, east to west. So by the time we rolled into to Jamaica, we had to stop for fuel, obviously, one time en route. And by the time they had to reopen their customs to get everyone cleared, we had to bring the airplane back. It had to be in service by 7 a.m. the next morning back at Fort Lauderdale. So what potentially was supposed to be a short 2.5-hour flight down and back ended up being an all-night affair. So with that being said, on the way back, we once again had to fly around the island of Cuba, and what ended up being almost a 20-hour duty day on the Part 90 or 91. So literally me and my friend took turns falling asleep at the wheel, per se. So it was pretty tough. So nobody's talking to each other over the water at that time of the night. And it was pretty surreal that, he gave me the controls for a little while and said, don't let me wake up catching you sleeping. So, and it was very hard not to do so. So there was a lot of head nodding on the dashboard, but probably not the smartest thing we ever did, but we didn't really have the resources at the time to have a place to stop. It was kind of a shoestring operation, and we were time building. So we were just trying to get the mission complete. Being a former Army guy, we're very mission oriented, and so that's what we tend to do.